Hello, and welcome to a very important video. I just came back from the movies. It's 9 o'clock. Do you think this whiskey bottle was empty when I got home from the movies just a few minutes ago? Do you understand what I'm saying? Because it was, but I haven't taken it to the blue bin yet, and that's fucked up. Now, the movie I saw was so bad, it made every part of me sad in the soul, per se. This movie was called Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom. It starred Chris Pratt, Bryce Dallas Howard? Is that right? Ron Howard's kid? And, those are the two main ones. I don't really know the other people. But yeah, a bunch of them died. That was part of the movie. Sorry, I guess I should say spoilers for the entire movie because I can't just not talk about this film. I saw this movie and I can't just not talk about it because it was really dumb. The movie is not good. That's what I'll tell you, okay? That's the fundamental here. The movie's not good. Number one, I like the movie more when they're on the island. The island had some good moments. I like seeing dinosaurs in motion, what can I say? I never said I was an objective reviewer. This is my subjective opinion. Number two, most of the movie, near the end, relies on people being dumb. Now, you can make that accusation for a lot of movies, but why does that make it okay? Why not just make a movie where people don't do stupid shit? Or at least try to explain away the stupid shit with some sort of excuse. Even that would be better because it shows an effort. Some movies, though, they don't make much of an effort. Here's the thing, right? Pachycephalosaurus breaks free of its confinement, thanks to Chris Pratt. And it runs into a dinosaur auction. Dinosaur auction. Runs into a dinosaur auction where they're showing off all the dinosaurs they captured from the island. Because guess what? That's what they're doing, okay? That's the fucking spoiler of the movie. They're just selling them off to whoever the fuck has the most money. So, at that point, they're showing off the Indoraptor, which is a really super awesome raptor that they built, but it's just a prototype. It's not even supposed to be for sale, but they're selling it anyway. Well, it breaks free and starts headbutting shit. In fact, it headbutts everybody out of the whole place, and suddenly there's chaos. Basically, most of the people leave. Chris Pratt is also there. He beats up a bunch of people, and in his quest to make sure the Indoraptor never gets sold off, because that would be a horrible crime against humanity, apparently, I'll get to that on later. I'll get onto that later, I should say. He stops it from returning back to its holding pen, so he traps it in the auction house. And then it proceeds to kill a bunch of people because even though everybody, including Chris Pratt, has fled the scene, this other dude, this military guy who is a villain, he shows up. And because he has a tooth collecting fetish, he decides he wants to collect the Indoraptor's tooth. So he shoots it a whole bunch with tranquilizers and it falls asleep. Then he goes in and he tries to yank on its tooth. And you will not fucking believe this, but the raptor wakes up and it looks at the fucking camera and smiles. And then it kills the guy. And it fucking looked at the camera and it smiled. It did this twice, by the way. So it, double the whatever the fuck that was supposed to be. And oof. That was a moment. Felt like a cartoon. Didn't have to be that way. Back to the Pachycephalosaurus, which is what got loose and started headbutting people. If any of the guards in that area had a gun, the thing would just die. They would just shoot it, and then the rest of the plot wouldn't happen. Because the rest of the plot is predicated on the dinosaurs getting loose, which is a consequence of the Indoraptor getting loose. Well, actually, the rest of the dinosaurs don't get loose until the very end. But basically, the rest of the plot is predicated on the Indoraptor getting loose. The rest of the dinosaurs don't get loose at the very end. It doesn't really make much of a difference. It serves to do something, which I'll explain later. So moving on, if any of the guards had had a gun, the Pachycephalosaurus would have died, the Indoraptor wouldn't have gotten loose, because nobody would have fled, everybody would have been, like, dealt with. The Pachycephalosaurus gets shot, and then Chris Pratt gets shot. Then eventually the other two get found, yeah. There's nothing else to it. But for some reason, only one of them had a gun, and he hesitated to fire it. Well, I guess I should say for no reason, because they don't explain it. I would have preferred if they'd said, like, hey, we don't bring weapons here because we're dealing with dangerous people who might have weapons as well. This is a, no gun parley, which is still stupid, but, like, at least they tried. But that's not what they did. He didn't try. They didn't try a fucking thing with this movie. So the Indoraptor gets loose. And it's pretty good at killing things, apparently. But it's also just a prototype. I know what people are going to say. It's just a prototype. It can't help being so stupid and terrible at killing people. Well, I say bullshit. That Indoraptor may be a prototype, but it was a prototype of a dinosaur that was also a prototype that was way better at killing people. The Indominus Rex killed way more fucking people. I'm going to get fact-checked on that one, but let's be clear here. The Indominus Rex was better at killing stuff. And guess what? The raptors in Jurassic Park were better at killing stuff too. Frankly, the Indoraptor is terrible at killing stuff. It fumbles around. It bumps into things. It's not designed for a human environment, I understand, but it literally makes stupid mistakes and just crashes through things and doesn't think tactically like it's supposed to. Isn't it supposed to be really freaking intelligent? Then the Indoraptor gets into a fight with a Velociraptor and doesn't really do that well, honestly. It fights Blue, and they fight for a long time. And it's like, if it was so good at killing things, it could kill the smaller, weaker version of itself, right? It wasn't threatening as a villain because it would kill people, but then it wouldn't kill important characters. It would just lumber around. I knew they were all going to live, so I didn't fucking care. Didn't kill anyone important. Well, I shouldn't say that. It killed the auctioneer guy. And it killed the tooth collector guy. Those were both characters that I thought were going to die. Now, if it had killed Henry Wu, I would have been happy. You know why? Because that would have been different. Because I was thinking they're going to make another fucking movie and they're going to want him back. So if it had killed him right there, I would have been like, oh shit, they're doing something. They're not going to make another movie. But, you know what? It wasn't to be. They're going to make another frickin' movie, and I'm probably going to make another frickin' review. Did I mention there's a scene where a raptor cries? Yeah, there's a crying raptor in this movie. It sheds but a single tear. So why do raptors cry? Huh? What DNA makes them fucking cry? Because they never mention anything other than frogs and amber in Jurassic Park. Huh? Do you understand what I'm getting at? If they're gonna have them do human shit, like smile, well, I guess it's primate shit. If they're gonna have them do primate shit, like smile, and whatever the fuck shedding a tear is, I've never seen it in a fucking any kind of dinosaur documentary, and I've seen quite a few, then, like, how can they not even throw in a line about fucking, as a chimpanzee in there? They should have said that. They should have had Henry Wu walk up to the camera and say, hey, listen, there's a fucking chimpanzee in there, bitch. Okay? That's what they should have done. Now, it should be very clear at this point that I didn't like this movie. And you'll probably have some problems with my arguments. And to be frank, I have some problems with my arguments too. The Indoraptor was a prototype, you know? I guess what I'll say about the film is that it starts off okay. I like when they're on the island. That's a good scene, you know? Stuff's going down. They're on the ship. Plot kind of slows down. And then they get to the thing, and, you know, the black guy, the black programmer guy, he disappeared. he freaking disappeared, and somehow he made it to Henry Wu's side without getting caught. I don't really know how he did that, you know? I just don't know. And I don't think they knew when they wrote the film either. So, the film was just lazy. The score, oof. There was a sound effect after every emotional moment. You were supposed to care that a Brachiosaurus died. I mean, I get that the character cried because she's like a dinosaur fetishist or something. But still made no sense. This film drove me to not recycle this Crown Royal whiskey. It drove me to do that. What else will it drive me to do, huh? Who knows? Lock your doors, lock your windows. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm not really some sort of crazy person. Or, well, that's not really a good term. I'm not really some sort of threatening person, yeah. I'm not going to threaten you. The only people I will threaten is people... No, I won't threaten anybody. Change my mind. The only people I will threaten are people who think Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom is a good film. And you know what I'll threaten them with? I'll threaten them with a firm disagreement. Because I think it sucked.